EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Of the NFL season, Week 17 is underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second down and 8. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the 50, here's Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
to Herbert. And able to find Green. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, Chargers.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
At the 4-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Herbert now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
First and goal.
Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? He'll flat out take over this game.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flush to his right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Now Johnson, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's third and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Goal.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. Got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset, because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up
2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down.
Now it's Herbert. Complete. Jefferson the target. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert on the right side, caught by Green. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Touchdown, L.A.
He's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Bengals nothing. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the air again, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
45-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to air it out deep for Green. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 66 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
In punt formation.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
50-yard line.
From midfield now, Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 46, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Michael Badgley lining up.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, check, lucky. Check 3.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Here's Matt Hawk now. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Let's see what you got.
And Burrow going to throw again. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
49, 69.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Flushed out right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
He's able to find Hawkins. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And goal.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And this Charger offense is running away with this one.
The kick is good.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. In one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too.
The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Ready?
They go to Johnson again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. here. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
Michael Badgley.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Nike 18.
Burrow will throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go, baby. Kill, kill, kill. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you get...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they will take a knee here.
Today's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can